Explosions at oil facilities, satellite footage of black smoke plumes, breaking news headlines, Ukraine hits Russia's refineries, energy infrastructure target, Kremlin vows response. In a dramatic escalation of the war in Eastern Europe, Ukraine has launched a wave of drone attacks targeting major Russian oil refineries, striking at the heat of the Kremlin wartime economy. Russian oil sites in Bryansk, Ryazan, and Krasnodar engulfed in flames. According to Ukrainian military sources, the strikes hit at least 5 critical facilities, temporarily halting fuel production and storage at several locations. The attacks, carried out using long-range drones, demonstrate Ukraine's growing reach and technological edge as the war enters its third year. These were not random targets. Russia's oil sector plays a vital role in financing its war machine, with billions in export revenue fueling, funding weapons production and troop salaries. By striking fuel depots and refining infrastructure, Ukraine is aiming to stop the logistics chain that feeds the Russian front lines, attack location, fuel supply lines, proximity to conflict zones. Military analysts say that oil is the lifeblood of Russia's military operations. Disrupting these challenges the entire equation on the battlefields. The Kremlin confronted the attacks but downplayed the damages, even as the satellite imagery shows significant fires, storage, tank ruptures, and shutdowns. In response, Moscow vowed retaliation, warning of unpredictable consequences if such strikes continued. Putin at a press conference, Russian military footage, state TV reaction. Putin said that this is terrorism. Ukraine, with help from the West, has crossed another red line. But Kyiv is not backing out. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky defended the strikes, calling them a legitimate act of defense against Russian aggression and a sign that Ukraine can project power deep into enemy territory. Zelensky, speaking from Kyiv, drone footage and Ukrainian army video. Zelensky said that if Russia can bomb our power station, we can deny our fuel for tanks and missiles. The global reactions, swift and nervous. Energy markets saw a sharp rise in oil futures, and with Brent crude prices jumping over $5 and a barrel with 24 hours of the strikes. Wall Street trading floor, gas pumps pricing rise, analysts from Bloomberg. Energy analysts say that these attacks highlight how fragile global supply chains are. A prolonged campaign like this could drive prices up salary sharply in Q3. Washington and NATO allies were briefed before the strikes, while the US has not publicly endorsed them. Officials have emphasized Ukraine's right to target military and strategic assets inside Russia. Blinken at podium, NATO HQ footage, Pentagon statement graphics. Meanwhile, Russia has reportedly moved air defense system to protect key refinery zones and is now threatening to step cyber attacks and missile strikes in retaliation. The strikes mark a turning point in Ukrainians' military strategy, not just defending territory but disturbing the infrastructure that power the war from within. And with more long-range drones in development and increased intelligence support from Western allies, this may only be the beginning. Energy war, Ukraine's new tactic. Follow for updates on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. onward many battlefields, and now the oil front is wide open. Subscribe for frontline updates and global security updates.